welcome to Gemstone Tarot, Friday the 28th. Eclipsey McClipsey. It's kind of 27th, 28th, whatever. Woof! It's a lot. So, of course, we got scrunchy. How do we feel about scrunchies? Got a scrunchie on my wrist. Mwop mwop. I'm using the enchanted whatnots, enchanted shores. Enchanted shores. I'm just looking for the oracle cards that go with. You know, there are certain sets of cards that I just consistently lose, and some that I never do lose. Some that I never do lose. Right, hang on. There it is. Might have a bit of an oracle whatnot as well. How are we all doing in this lovely eclipse energy? Full moon, Pisces, lunar eclipse. Brushed my hair for it. There we go. I know, special occasion. Don't do that for just anyone, you know. Right, what do we need to know? I dread to think. Let me shuffle the cards. Let me shuffle. I attempted to do a dance then, but my head moved, but the rest of my body didn't go with it. Do you ever get that? I know. You're like... Back in the day, that would have worked. Now I just look like I've got, you know, some sort of seating issue. Anyway. It's just starting to kind of think about raining here. There's just a light mizzle which is settling. Oh, for the love of God. Actually, no, we don't need reversals. I'm not feeling them, which is weird. Because there's been a lot of them lately, and I have just done a mega shuffle, but actually I'm not really feeling the reversal. I'm not feeling the reversal. That's my terrible New York accent. I'm not feeling the reversal. I don't know why I have to do that. I'm not feeling the reversal. Ooh. Okay, not completely scary energy, I'm pleased to say. That's good, isn't it? That's like a nice nasty sandwich. That's like an HR meeting right there. Not completely scary energy. Take a seat. Okay, we've got Page of Swords as kind of overall energy here. Which is all right, isn't it? It's kind of ideas, it's things, it's digital stuff. It's, if you think about eclipse energy as well, it's like stuff popping up and you're thinking, well, I could do this or I could do that. It's in its kind of infancy because it's a page. I've got something in my eye now. So it's not like fully thought out, but it's there. Okay? That's better. It's there. And it's just a little bit of ingenuity. It's a little kind of spark of an idea. So I also have a thought or a feeling or, you know, a hunch that the rest of 2026 is a kind of a training ground for 2027 when we have about 1 million eclipses and they start in February. And it just feels like the little tiny ideas or whatever that you nurture in 2026 could really come into something in 2027. So there's no rush with this, and the messages that we're getting from the eclipse are not messages that we need to act on like this day, this week. So it's a bit bigger than a daily really, but you know, that's where we fit our time. Okay. Alongside this we have the Magician. Now the Magician for me again is kind of Aquarius-y, Gemini-y energy, and it's the energy of alchemy, making something not out of nothing, that's more the Fool, making something out of something. So the Magician, and you can see it's kind of given a nod to here, normally has, and maybe they do. Yeah, there's like a cup, there's a sword, I think that the cup, the sword, the wand, and I always want to say the spoon. It's like nobody has the spoon. The cup. See, I'm getting maths face. The 4 things, the elements that they have on the magician card. Okay. Making something out of the 4 elements. So in other words, you may get a little spark of an idea of how to make something out of what you've got. That's quite interesting. Okay. Then we get Justice knocking around, emerging out of the water. Major Arcana. Not too shabby. Quite like this. A rebalancing of karma. It was only a matter of time before I did the half-dead worm. That's really bad, isn't it? I don't know how to join the worm in the middle. Anyway. Justice, rebalancing of karma, major arcana. We're not going to kick it out of bed for eating cheesy Wotsits, are we? Why would we? Okay. Let me show you the cards as well, because I can. We're going to worm, we're going to worm. I could have wormed one way and then biddly bopped into the other worm, and then I wouldn't have to join it. Okay, let's do that. Yes. So, Justice, we also have the King of Wands. For some of you, that is a person. And King of Wands, of course, has that sort of fire energy. So it can be a charismatic person. It can be somebody who's just a bit loud or, you know, in your face in a good way. Or not in a good way, you'll know. But it's also kind of taking command of energy, which I like. So we have an ability to tame our ideas or to make them into something. We have, for some of us, a rebalancing of power in relationships as well here. And then the moon. Of course we have the moon. Front and centre, full. Also the ruler of Cancer and also the card for Pisces. So, you know, we are front and centre in the eclipse energy. Okay, and I think surrendering is probably going to be a key word for this particular eclipse energy. We then come out with the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords always is a reminder that it's like you've got your 2 swords, this is one idea, this is another idea. Don't discount either idea. Neither of them will work on their own, but there's kind of a third idea being spawned while you're not able to see. So this is not something you create out of 2 things yourself. It's like when you're messing about as the magician, you know, with your cup, your spoon, your egg, or whatever it is that magician holds, the remote control usually. If anyone who can find the remote control in my house, I would call them the magician. But you sort of have this ability to just play with the energy and something comes out of it that wasn't there before, like another way, okay? And then we've got the hierophant. And the hierophant is wisdom when you take it deeper. Itchy ear. When you take it to the next level, when you make it something, when you give it hierarchy or you give it structure. This is wisdom rather than knowledge. So think of the Page of Swords as a spark of knowledge. And the magician as playing around with that, and then by the time we get through to the hierophant, it's kind of broadening it, fashioning something out of it. I like this. Leave me a comment, let me know how it resonates. Namaste.